So, of course, the big focus today, India is celebrating its 70th Independence Day. It is today that 70 years ago, India won its freedom after having been under British rule for over 2 centuries. The Prime Minister Narendra Modi will unfurl the national flag from the ramparts of the Red Fort in the national capital. And these are live shots. You can see a number of top leaders of the government who are seated there. You can also spot L.K. Advani towards the left on your screen. There is Vasundhara Raje, there's Harsimrat Kaur and several other top leaders. And there's also Sonia Gandhi, who can be spotted sitting right next to Harsimrat Kaur on the screen. So Prime Minister Modi is expected to arrive shortly at the Lahori gate of the Red Fort, and it is here that he will be unfurling the national flag in just a short while from now. It was exactly 71 years to this date, 1947 at the midnight hour, when Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru gave that historic Tryst with Destiny speech at the midnight hour, announcing to the world that India had awoken from a long period of having been subjugated by British rule. Former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh and H.D. Devegowda also spotted on the screens there. This of course is an important occasion where across the nation people will of course be watching the Prime Minister, and today will of course be the 4th time that Prime Minister Modi will be addressing the people from the ramparts of the Red Fort. So this is the 4th time that Prime Minister Modi will be delivering his speech from the ramparts of the Red Fort, and all the big leaders of the country are present. And we just saw Home Minister Rajnath Singh, who's made his way to the Red Fort and has taken his place there. And you can also spot former Prime Ministers H.D. Devegowda and Manmohan Singh seated together. And we also saw a little while back L.K. Advani, who's also present at this gathering. The Prime Minister Modi will of course be arriving at the Lahori gate of the Red Fort and will be received by Defence Minister Arun Jaitley. And then Prime Minister Modi will be escorted to the saluting base, where he'll get a combined salute from a combined inter-services and the police guard. And he will also be seen inspecting the Guard of Honour contingent. And this contingent is positioned right in front of the national flag across the moat, and will comprise of 1 officer and 24 men, each from the Army, Navy, Indian Air Force and also the Delhi Police. So this of course is the crowd that is gathered to witness the unfurling of the flag by Prime Minister Modi and also listen to this speech. And there has been speculation which is rife as to what exactly will Prime Minister Modi deliver in his 4th address to the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort. Because this, remember, is an address by the Prime Minister of the country which is listened to very, very carefully, where the Prime Minister will of course talk about the achievements that have been done, and also the future vision for the country will be listed out by the Prime Minister of the day. Ever since 1947 onward, ever since the time that independence was got by India, the Prime Minister of the day has always given his address to the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort. And this is what it looks like in front of the Red Fort, where people have gathered in their thousands. And this of course is the section where the dignitaries, the top leaders of the country are seated. You can see several leaders: Home Minister Rajnath Singh, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, Anant Kumar seated in the back, and several of the leaders, and also school students, because this of course is the occasion where schools also will be celebrating across the length and breadth of the nation the Independence Day of India with full fervour. This is the 71st day of independence. 70 years of independence have been completed since the time that India managed to overthrow the shackles of British rule. And also this is the section where the specially abled children have been seated to take part in the Independence Day celebrations at the Red Fort. These are live visuals that we are getting in the build-up to the unfurling of the flag and also the address to the nation that will be delivered by Prime Minister. And also leading up to the Independence Day address, Prime Minister Modi had asked for suggestions of what he should be addressing, and also in the last Man Ki Baat address that he gave to the country, he had asked people to send in their suggestions of the various topics that he should touch upon in the Independence Day address. And the last 3 Independence Day addresses that the Prime Minister has delivered to the nation, he's dwelt upon several big reforms which he had planned for the country. In the very first of the address that he gave in 2014, he had listed out a number of reforms that he had envisioned for the country. He had spoken extensively about how he wished to implement GST, and now this year we saw GST becoming a reality, and one can expect some important announcements, of course, to be made in the address that Prime Minister Modi will be making in a short while from now, from the ramparts of the Red Fort. So Prime Minister Modi has just arrived. He's making his way. So Prime Minister Modi is currently at Rajghat, where he is, of course, going to be paying tribute.
उनकी कुर्बानी कभी बेसूद जा सकती नहीं, सर कटाने आएंगे मक्तल में दीवाने बहुत। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी, बापू को।
So that is Prime Minister Modi paying tribute and respects to Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, before heading over to the Red Fort, where he will be unfurling the national flag on the occasion of the 71st Independence Day of India. So India has completed 70 years of independence, and this, of course, is the 71st anniversary of India having attained its independence from the British.
दान है कि सत्य और अहिंसा के पथ पर और करके दिखाएं। प्रधानमंत्री राजघाट से प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं लाल किले के लिए।
हमारा देश भारत लगातार प्रगति के पथ पर अग्रसर है और पिछले 3 वर्षों में हर क्षेत्र में सुशासन के नए आयाम स्थापित हुए हैं। यही कारण है कि आज सारी दुनिया भारत की ओर उम्मीद भरी निगाहों से देख रही है। 3 साल पहले देश की जनता ने एक व्यक्ति पर विश्वास जताया और उस एक ने लोगों की उम्मीदों को पूरा करने के उद्देश्य से नींव रखी न्यू इंडिया की। 3 साल सशक्त नारी सशक्त भारत। लाखों महिलाओं के यहाँ पहली बार गैस आई, अब धुआं है गायब और खुशियां हैं गायब।
So Prime Minister Modi was at the Rajghat just a little while back, where he paid respects to Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation. The Rajghat is, of course, the place where the final cremation rites of Mahatma Gandhi were done. And it is from there, after having paid his respects at the Rajghat, that Prime Minister Modi will, of course, be arriving at the Red Fort to unfurl the national flag and also to deliver his address that is being anticipated across the length and breadth of the country. Now, of course, remember, Prime Minister Modi had asked for suggestions of the various things that he had wanted people to, in fact, where he had asked people to list out the various things that he thought that people should of course tell him what he should be speaking of in his address to the nation from the ramparts of the Red Fort. So it is believed that as many as 6,000 suggestions have been sent by people across the country to the Prime Minister to include all of those thoughts and all of those perhaps reforms that people had suggested to Prime Minister Modi in his address to the nation today. So in just a few minutes from now, we expect Prime Minister Modi to arrive at the Red Fort. He'll of course be received by Defence Minister Arun Jaitley, and then there is an elaborate protocol that will be played out. Prime Minister Modi will be received by Defence Minister Arun Jaitley, Minister of State for Defence Dr. Subhash Bhamre, and also Defence Secretary Sanjay Mitra. And then Prime Minister Modi will be escorted to the saluting base, where he'll be getting a combined salute from a combined inter-services and the police guard. He will also be seen inspecting the Guard of Honour contingent, and this contingent will be positioned right in front of the national flag across the moat of the Red Fort, and will comprise of 1 officer and 24 men, each of the Indian Army, Navy, Air Force and also of the Delhi Police.
तीनों ने खुद हाथी का फंदा चूमा और उस दिन शाम ढल चुकी थी, सूर्यास्त हो गया था। जेल में सिर्फ एक आवाज गूंज रही थी, इंकलाब जिंदाबाद, इंकलाब जिंदाबाद। इन क्रांतिकारी शहीदों के साहस को देखकर मन बेचैन होता है। देशवासियों प्रश्न करता है अक्सर कि आत्मत्याग की पराकाष्ठा कहाँ, साहस और निर्भीकता की सीमा आखिर किस ओर है। ऐसे संकल्प और बलिदान के उपमान के लिए विश्व के किसी भी शब्दकोश में अभी तक कोई शब्द लिखा ही नहीं गया है। तो इन रणबांकुरों के शब्दों से ही कुछ कहना चाहूंगी।
And also on the eve of the 71st Independence Day, President Ramnath Kovind addressed the nation. Now, in his maiden address to the nation, President Kovind recalled the role of the leaders during the time of the independence struggle, including Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, President Kovind said that the generation that brought us to freedom was diverse and included men and women from all parts of the country with a variety of political and social thought. The President Kovind also said that there was a need to invoke the same spirit for nation building today as well.
We can cherish where every Indian is equipped to fulfill his or her potential and do so in a manner that leaves each one of us content and happy and helps each of us contribute to society and our country. I am confident that a strong partnership between citizens and the government will allow us to meet the goals of New India. Fellow citizens, there is also need to adopt technology. We must use technology to empower our people and achieve the goal of poverty elimination in a single generation. Poverty and New India are simply not compatible. Fellow citizens, in the year 2022, our country will complete 75 years of independence. It is our national resolve to attain certain desired milestones for a new India by then. The government is implementing GST to eliminate multiple taxes and simplify transactions. But it is for each of us to make this an essential part of our everyday transactions and business culture. I am happy that the transition to the GST system has been smooth. It should be a matter of pride for all of us that the taxes we pay are used for nation building, to help the poor and the marginalized, to build rural and urban infrastructure, and to strengthen our border defenses. The government is promoting the idea of Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, but it is for each of us to ensure that our daughters are not discriminated against and get the best education.
Well, President Kovind also in his address on the eve of the Independence Day stressed that partnership of citizens in government work was very important. He hailed Modi government steps to introduce the scheme for giving up the LPG subsidy. He also spoke at length about demonetization and GST, and he also hailed schemes such as Beti Bachao and Beti Padhao, and also the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, which was announced by Prime Minister Modi. So this is the cavalcade of Prime Minister Modi that is just making its way to the Lahori gate at the Red Fort. We saw Prime Minister Modi just a little while back paying his respects at the Rajghat, and it is from there that his cavalcade has now just arrived. His very elaborate cavalcade which has just arrived, and this is of course the scene there at the Red Fort. This is the cavalcade which will enter the Red Fort from the Lahori gate, where Prime Minister Modi will be received by Defence Minister Arun Jaitley, and also the Minister of State for Defence and the Defence Secretary will also be present. So in just a few minutes from now, we will be seeing Prime Minister Modi unfurl the national flag and also deliver his important address to the nation on the occasion of India's 71st Independence Day. This, of course, will be Prime Minister Modi's fourth address from the ramparts of the Red Fort. Now, a lot is spoken about how Prime Minister Modi dresses. He has a flair for dressing for the occasion. And again, we've seen Prime Minister Modi dressed in a very elaborate petha, which has always been spoken about a lot. So it's not just a Prime Minister who's absolutely brilliant in his rhetorical skills, but also someone who dresses up for the occasion. And even today, he has not disappointed a lot of the people who'll be looking at him very, very closely.
Guard Commander Lieutenant Colonel Dheeraj Singh requesting the Prime Minister to inspect the Guard of Honour.
Shriman, Antar Sena Police Command Guard! Guard! Nishilab! Anjirab!
As the Prime Minister, accompanied by the Guard Commander, goes on to inspect the Inter-Services Guard of Honour along with a Delhi police contingent, the naval band positioned there will strike up a slow march. The inspection of the Guard of Honour complete, the Prime Minister makes his way through the Lahore Gate, also referred to as the Lahori Gate, and then will be escorted to the ramparts of the Red Fort, where the flag hoisting will take place, and the Prime Minister will address the nation. So in a short while from now, as the Prime Minister will unfurl the national flag and as the rose petals are set free from their tricolour embrace, a symbolic message will also go out to each and every one of us that we need to free ourselves of that which stops us from going beyond our comfort zones, that it is only when we allow ourselves to go that extra mile that the country will truly be free to flutter with pride.
प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी लाल किले की प्राचीर की ओर प्रस्थान कर रहे हैं। उनके साथ जीओसी टेल एरिया लेफ्टिनेंट जनरल MM नरवाने हैं और यहां लाल किले के सामने सलामी गारद प्रस्थान कर रही हैं।
And as the National Guard marches off, we also remember that the ramparts of the Red Fort have been witness to many historic moments. The power of history, of course, not lying in its capacity to influence the present, but in its ability to give context to the present and confidence to the future. It lies in our ability, intelligence and sensitivity to analyze, learn from mistakes, understand the extent and import of far-reaching consequences and chart a brighter, better and bountiful course ahead. Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the first level of the ramparts.
तीनों सेनाध्यक्षों से मिले। लाल किला ऐतिहासिक है और इसके एक एक हिस्से में इतिहास के पन्ने जैसे बिखरे हुए हैं। जब शाहजहां ने लाल किले का निर्माण करवाया था तब ये प्राचीर यहां नहीं थी, इसे बाद में औरंगजेब के वक्त में बनवाया गया।
The Prime Minister now will be escorted shortly to the second level of the ramparts and then on to the dais.
लाल किले की प्राचीर जिस पर 90 बरस तक यूनियन जैक दिखाई दिया और यहीं पहली बार 1947 में स्वतंत्र भारत का तिरंगा झंडा फहराया गया था। लाल किले के ठीक सामने बाईं ओर जामा मस्जिद और आर्य समाज मंदिर, बैप्टिस्ट चर्च, फतेहपुरी मस्जिद
छूटे रहे। हर रंग अपने आप में समाई भावना को चरितार्थ करता रहा। आबाद गति का प्रतीक चक्र विकास को चरितार्थ करता रहा। आर्थिक सुधारों ने जहां तिरंगे के सफेद रंग शुद्धता, सत्यता, शुचिता को प्रतिस्थापित किया, तो योजनाओं और जन सुधारों ने जनजीवन में हरे रंग के ताजापन और विश्वास को चरितार्थ किया। केसरिया रंग की परंपरा को निभाया हमारे जांबाज सैनिकों ने। देश की अस्मिता की रक्षा की उन्होंने त्याग, शौर्य और बलिदान से। शत्रुओं को सबक सिखा देने वाले हमारे सैनिकों का जज्बा यही कह रहा था उस वक्त कि आन बान शान पे ना दाग लगने दिया है, स्वाभिमान देश का सवार कर आए हम। मां भारती का तार तार हृदय जो हुआ था, शत्रुओं के रक्त से निखार कर आए हम।
Horizon ahead.
विशिष्ट अतिथि दीर्घा जिसमें विदेशों के राजनयिक सभी पूरे उत्साह और उमंग के साथ देश के 71वें स्वाधीनता संग्राम के परिणति में मिले आजादी के इस पर्व का साक्षी बनने के लिए ऐतिहासिक लाल किले की प्राचीर और उसके आसपास निर्धारित स्थानों पर मौजूद उत्साह उमंग से परिपूर्ण युवा भारत राष्ट्र के नवनिर्माण में शामिल यह अपार जनसमूह इस समारोह को सार्थक स्वरूप प्रदान करते हुए
with a clear belief that our democracy must be not only the strongest in the world, but also the engine of our own renewal. In fact, today we do more than observe tradition and ceremony. We rededicate ourselves to the very idea of India, an idea born in its myriad diversity, its deepest measure of unity, an idea infused with the conviction that India's long, historic journey must go forever forward.
आज बहुत बड़ा संयोग है कि आज हम स्वाधीनता दिवस मना रहे हैं और आज ही हम भगवान श्री कृष्ण का जन्मोत्सव जन्माष्टमी का त्योहार भी मना रहे हैं। और बाल गोपाल की वेशभूषा में सजे धजे ये बच्चे
A light early morning breeze over here at the venue. And today when the Prime Minister unfurls the national flag in a short while from now, and the early morning breeze will shower the rose petals contained therein, they would seem to send out a message that every passing year showers many an opportunity our way, giving us a chance to think beyond our boundaries and use them for collective good.
केंद्रीय मंत्रिमंडल के सदस्य पूर्व प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह, श्री एच.डी. देवगौड़ा, केंद्रीय गृह मंत्री श्री राजनाथ सिंह, अन्य विशिष्ट अतिथिगण, स्वाधीनता दिवस समारोह के अवसर पर विशिष्ट अतिथि दीर्घा में विराजमान। राष्ट्रीय एकता हमारी सबसे बड़ी ताकत और देश का राष्ट्रीय पर्व, जिसका नेतृत्व करते हुए माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी लाल किले की प्राचीर पर
the unfurling of the national flag, the booming of the 21-gun salute and the national anthem, all marking and moving us towards the beginning of the address. It's always an exciting moment for the audience and of course for the young school children to be greeted by their leader, Prime Minister Narendra Modi. moving to different angles of the saluting base and acknowledging people's greeting.
और अब बैंड और सलामी गारद प्रस्थान करती हुई और बैंड धुन बजा रहा है, सारे जहां से अच्छा हिंदुस्तान हमारा।